Today, in just a couple of clicks, I'll show you how you can make money on the price difference between HTX spot and MEXC futures and pocket 5% profit on your deposit. Quick, bold, and with no tricks. Let's go. Alright guys, let's jump right in and show a trade for 5% profit on the RACA token. As I understand it, on the HTX exchange, it's priced at 0.0000816. Switching over to MEXC, we start shorting this token because it's more expensive here, priced at 0.0000855. So we end up taking 5% profit from $1,000. That's about 50 bucks. You can literally make such a nice trade in just a few minutes. Look at the difference. See, the price on MEXC is actively rising on futures, so we short there, while on spot at HTX, it's lower. That's why, thanks to spot and futures arbitrage, we can capture this price difference by buying on HTX, let's say for $1,000, that would be about 12 million tokens, and we need to short the same amount of tokens on MEXC. That way we'll be in a delta neutral position. So we have spot and we have a futures position open for 12 million tokens, and on spot we also have 12 million tokens. And it doesn't matter to us where the price goes. Woo! Look at how the price is rising. It's just crazy, right before our eyes. See, here it's falling on HTX and here it's rising. And you absolutely have to take advantage of these kinds of inefficiencies because spot plus futures arbitrage allows you to make a profit. And how, you might ask, do you make money on this? The price of futures always tends to move toward the spot price. So right now, yes, it's rising, there are discrepancies, but overall these prices should converge. That is, the futures price should converge with the spot price. That's how it always works because markets have to stay in balance. But sometimes these kinds of inefficiencies appear, which thanks to spot plus futures arbitrage we can take advantage of. And so with a trade like this on the RACA token, you can easily take it and earn 5% on your deposit from $1,000. That's 50 bucks again. You can literally do this in just a few minutes. How do we close the trade? As soon as the prices start to converge, you don't even have to wait for them to fully align. As soon as they start to converge and you're satisfied with the profit, sure, you might not get the full 5%, maybe a bit less, but in any case, we have to close the position simultaneously. The trading volumes for these tokens are quite decent, actually pretty good. For example, there are 300,000 on MEXC, on futures, and on HTX we have almost a million in volume, which is also pretty good. So we need to close the trade simultaneously on both platforms. That means we take our tokens on HTX, the ones we bought, and sell them preferably using limit orders to get a better price. So we look at the order book. Here's the order book or the depth chart. We check the buy orders since we need to sell. And we see where we can sell 12 million. For example, we could sell our tokens to these two guys right here and maybe catch a little bit here as well. Here, this guy is buying a million. And here you can sell another 8 or 9 million. So basically you can sell here. Yeah, we'll sell a bit less. So we'll sell the spot at a loss, but our futures position will cover all the spot losses, cover the fees, and in the end we'll make a profit. And we need to close the trade simultaneously. So we're selling on HTX, and you can sell gradually using limit orders. For example, you could sell here 250,000 tokens, sell here, sell a million here. So step by step we sell with limit orders and at the same time close the futures position. So if we were shorting on futures, that means we buy to close the long. And you can also look here at the order book and watch the orders. We have 12 million tokens. So you can slowly start offloading tokens to these guys here. Yes, the volumes are small, of course, but you can basically throw some in there. Right here, there's a guy buying for $1,000 for 1,200. So basically we can place our limit orders into these orders and they'll get sold. And that way, when we close, we'll get about 4% profit from the trade. That will be about 40 bucks after deducting commissions and all transaction costs, spreads, and so on. How did I find this kind of trade? Let me show you. There's a service called Arbitrage Scanner. It just updated right now. Let's turn off the auto update so it doesn't refresh. Here's this trade on RACA HTX MEXC futures. The trade shows a 3% profit. Well, yes, overall you'll get about 3 to 4% again, depending on how you close the trade. And I found this trade thanks to the Arbitrage Scanner. Here, I set the parameters to include all exchanges and set the minimum amount to 500 bucks. You can set a lower amount or a higher one depending on how much you're willing to allocate for arbitrage. Well, allocate isn't quite the right word. How much you're ready to enter the trade with, not to spend, but to earn with that amount. Then I set the minimum profit to 1% and the maximum to 20. Here as well, I selected all exchanges, just like before, and that's it. I didn't adjust anything else. That was enough to find a really good deal with 3 to 4% profit. So if you want to do spot plus futures arbitrage, an arbitrage scanner is a must-have for every arbitrageur. Take a look. When you go to the main page, you can get 1 day absolutely free. Just click get free trial day and you'll get a day completely free. Take advantage of it. If you like it, you can easily buy yourself a subscription. There are subscriptions here, for example, for 1 month a trial subscription costs $69. That's peanuts. Just now, with one deal, we covered half the cost of the subscription. Do one more deal like that, and you've completely paid off your monthly subscription. For a whole month, and I use Plasium, I have a Plasium subscription because it unlocks a ton of different features. You can check it out yourself, see the arbitrage is being updated, and there's just a full range of features here. That's why I chose this subscription specifically. For those who are still new to arbitrage and not sure yet, you can try getting a trial subscription In addition to spot plus futures arbitrage, there's also arbitrage Iran. By the way, you can set filters like these. Look, the strategy is futures plus spot or futures plus futures. I usually prefer spot plus futures because that's the strategy I like the most. But you can also trade using other strategies. We also have an arbitrage screener. Here we can find spot trading opportunities. It shows us the exchange where we need to buy, the exchange where we need to sell, and the profit we would make. It also shows the networks, whether they are available or not, and the fee we pay when transferring this token. All of this is displayed here, so you can check and also look for inter-exchange spot arbitrage opportunities here. So basically we buy on the spot market at one exchange, transfer to another exchange, and sell there at a higher price. This is the simplest form of arbitrage. Again, on our channel there are tons of useful videos about spot plus futures, inter-exchange, triangular arbitrage, and we cover all these different strategies on our channel, so be sure to subscribe to stay up to date on all arbitrage opportunities and how to profit from them. Look, there's also DEX arbitrage here. That is, you can set up your preferences on DEXs and you'll receive signals directly to your Telegram channel. We also covered this in one of our previous videos, so be sure to check it out. If you're engaged in funding farming, this feature is also absolutely free. In other words, you don't have to pay anything, funding rates. Go in, check the funding rates, and you can take advantage of both positive and negative funding. Everything is displayed here for all the top exchanges, but if you're a beginner and you don't understand what arbitrage is, watch our channel. And there are also tutorials on the Arbitrage Scanner website. You can go there, watch, read, and learn. They're available in different languages, Russian, English. Whichever language you know, you can select it on the website and study the information. The link to the Arbitrage Scanner is in the description of our YouTube channel. We'll also leave a link in the description of this video, and there will be a link in the comments as well, so give it a try. You can try it absolutely free for one day. If you like it, you'll keep using it. If you don't, well, you won't. I use it because it's really great. You set it up automatically, and deals are shown to you based on your settings. All you need to do is go in, buy, transfer to another exchange, sell, and make a profit. Or you can buy spot plus futures here, short here, and take the price difference. All of this is shown to you automatically. It's very convenient and really awesome. That's why I personally recommend the Arbitrage Scanner to you. And if you want more breakdowns like this, be sure to give the video a like. Write in the comments if you've tried arbitrage, how much you've managed to earn, what kinds of trades you found. Maybe you had a deal with a 5 or 7% margin at most. It'll be interesting to read. Also be sure to check out other videos on our channel. We have a lot of content about crypto arbitrage, and we'll see you in the next videos. Bye to everyone.